What's up, guys? It's your boy Tricky and you are welcome to another video. This is Man's Physique Update YouTube channel, and today we're going to talk about my thoughts and observations of the just ended Mr. Olympia 2021. There's so much to say about the just ended Mr. Olympia, but I'm going to take just a few observations and a few thoughts, and we're just going to digest them. And I'm not trying to make this video a long one, so let's get straight into it. But before we do that, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, this is Man's Physique Update, subscribe right now. And it's very important that you like this video. So take a second of your time and like this video. So let's get straight into it. We're going to talk about men's physique first, and then we talk about a little bit of classic physique, and then we talk about men's open bodybuilding. So let's go into classic physique. So we're going to start with reigning champion and still Mr. Olympia 2021, Brandon Hendrickson. So he came in, he was looking sharp. At the press conference, he was really confident. He knew the package he was bringing. And we've been following him from last year. He has never taken his foot off the pedal. He stepped on the gas the whole entire time, and look at his physique. The obliques are trying to enter his lats. That is crazy. He came in looking sharp, extra symmetrical. Look at those calves on him. He was ready, and if he continues in this manner, I have a feeling he's going to be Mr. Olympia for a very long time. Okay, it had me wondering, so what happened the year before? What happened in 2019? Because we know he wasn't in his best shape. So did Raymond win because he wasn't in his best shape, or did Raymond win because Raymond was in his best shape? I'll leave that to you to tell me. So as you can see, he looked incredible. He looked really good, really good, and well deserved. So congratulations to Brandon Hendrickson for holding on to his title as Mr. Olympia Men's Physique. Next, we're going to talk about a newcomer. I call him The Problem, Aaron Banks. So Aaron Banks started off his year at Houston Pro. He placed second behind Kali Quate, and then he went to Wasatch Warrior. He placed second behind Corey Morris, and then he went on to Pittsburgh Pro, where he placed third behind Kyron Holden and Raymond Edmonds. And then he went into New York Pro, where he placed first, and that is how he qualified to Mr. Olympia 2021. And he came into the Mr. Olympia as a newbie, and he upset a lot of people. He upset a lot of the athletes. He just beat everybody's expectations. Okay, he placed second. And guys, there's something I like about Aaron Banks. He has an incredible physique. Nobody can take that away from him. But guys, look at those traps, man. Those traps look amazing, and he knows how to bring the condition as well. Shout out to his coach, Katz. And there is something, like I said, there's something I like about him. His posing. Okay, he poses different than anyone I have seen in men's physique. His transitions are so on point, and this is how he hits his back post. Just check this out. He goes 1, and then he flexes the lower back.
Here's
2,
the top search result.
3, 4, and then he goes boom, Marasoka. That is epic, guys. The way he hits his back pose is so epic. I just love the way he poses. This guy is going to reign for a very long time in men's physique, and it's just mind blowing what he's been able to do in a short time. Okay, he's achieved so much, and I wish him all the best. I know he's gonna come back stronger, and Brandon Hendrickson should watch his back, because this guy is coming. He's coming with all the fire. If he's been able to achieve this in his first year, not his first year as competing as a men's physique, but his first year turning pro, it's going to get scarier. Okay, it's definitely going to get scarier. So shout out to Aaron Banks for placing second and for bringing an amazing package to the Olympia. Shout out to him and congratulations to Erin Banks. Up next, we have Diogo Montenegro. And guys, he came in extremely tight, okay? He came in really, really prepared and ready. And he brought one of the best physiques we saw on stage. Like I said in my previous video, he could have just won the whole thing. Guys, look at the tightness of his skin. He came in real tight. So he placing number 3 in the world comes as no surprise. Look at the lines and the abs, his calves, everything was on point. Diogo Montenegro came in and he came in to draw blood, and that is exactly what he did. Congratulations to Diogo. He brought a very incredible physique and well deserved. Congratulations, Diogo, on placing number 3 in the world. Up next, we had Kyron Holden, and Kyron Holden came in looking really good. He came in looking extremely good, and what I loved about his presentation was his posing. It was crazy. The way he posed, he has never posed like this. He came with a new kind of posing, and he was really confident. He was really confident in the way that he posed. Guys, check out his moves. It was really enjoyable to watch. Kyron really came, but unfortunately, he went down 1 point and he went to number 4. He normally usually places like top 3, okay, but this year he went number 4. But that is not so bad, okay. When you look at it from a perspective, that is not so bad. So congratulations to Kyron for still staying in that top 5. Up next, I cannot talk about men's physique and not talk about Raymond Edmonds. So Raymond Edmonds was our Mr. Olympia from 2 years ago. He came in last year and he placed 2nd. This year, I thought he was gonna still battle it out for the first 2 in the world, but unfortunately for him, he is now number 5 in the world. Okay, he looked great, but he did not look as sharp as he was the day that the year he won, which was 2019. So he came in and unfortunately he placed number 5. So shout out to Raymond Edmonds. It's not so bad. Number 5. I hope he picks up on that, works extremely hard, and come back next year and will still be able to fight for the very top position of Mr. Olympia men's physique. Next, we have Carlos de Oliveira, aka Kaiki Pro. For some reason, Kaiki Pro's placing just keeps going backwards. Okay, I expected him to place within the top 5 this year because I spoke to him last year after the competition and I asked him, what did the judges say to you? And he said, oh, they asked me to put on more size. And he has been doing that the whole year, okay? He has put on some incredible size and he still managed to bring that crazy condition that we know him for. But for some reason, he couldn't make the top 5 this year. Check out his calves, check out his physique, his abs, everything was tight. Probably not as tight as a year ago, but he came in extremely tight, looking good. Look at his back, guys. He came in and I expected him to kill it and at least place top 5, but that did not happen. So I don't know what to say, really. Like I said before, men's physique is the hardest division to judge in bodybuilding. So I just leave it to that, but I still have a lot of things to say. That will be in another video. Up next is Andre Deyu. Andre Deyu, aka Andre Marius Lincoln. I believe he came in with a better package than he did last year. Okay, he looked sharper, bigger, more conditioned this year. Okay, this year he came in with an incredible package, but for some reason he placed 7th as opposed to last year's 5th. And I couldn't help but notice something during the prejudging. He was put on the, let's say, the right side, and he stayed there the whole time. He wasn't switched around. Nothing like that happened. He just stood there while they switched out some of the athletes, but it was like they knew coming in, they just knew that he was going to play seventh, and that is where they kept him. He just kept standing the whole freaking time. Okay, they didn't move him around, nothing. Okay, that is what I saw. So I believe the judges saw his physique and were like, okay, seventh place, and he wasn't given the chance to go into the middle or anything and battle it out with the other guys. Up next is Aya Safer. I think Aya Safer was one of the most conditioned guys on stage that day. Aya Safer looked incredible. He came in so tight. Okay, he came in really, really, really tight, and I believe he deserved to place higher than he did. He placed number 8. He beat Lucky Libra. Okay, he beat Andre Ferguson. Can you believe that? He came in so good. Ayas affair really turned a lot of heads, and I believe he deserved, like what, sixth place maybe, or fifth, or even better, because he came in really. Look at the obliques on the guy. I'm really, really proud of this guy. From last year, he didn't even place. Okay, last year he didn't even place, and this year he came in really good. I think he has learned the lessons from last year, and this year there was no stopping him. So congratulations to Ayas Affair for placing within the top 10. He is number 8 in the world. And the last man's physique athlete we talk about before going to classic physique is Andre Ferguson. I could not just not talk about him. That is tautology, but hey, I guess I just could not talk about. I just couldn't leave without talking about Andre Ferguson. So Andre Ferguson has won more competitions than any man's physique athlete on earth. Okay, more pro wins. Okay, let me put it that way. And last year I was really optimistic. I thought he was gonna win last year before the show. But he came in and it was a little flat, and he admitted to that he was a little flat. We all saw it, so yeah, no two ways about that. But this year, I just wanted him to win for some reason, because he has won it all. He has won the Arnold Classic like 3 times. He has won Tampa Pro several times. He has won a lot of competitions. This is still the competition that is eluding Lucky Libra. I just wanted him to win, okay? But if his placing continues to dwindle, then the dream of being men's physique, Mr. Olympia, might never come to fruition. Because last year, he placed 6th, which he has never done at the Olympia. And guess what? This year, 9th. Okay, I can say I'm very disappointed. And the same thing happened to what you call him, Andre Dew, happened to Andre Ferguson. He was put on the left side and he was not moved. He came in and it just was like, yeah, 9th place. You ain't going nowhere. 9th place. They just literally just put him there, and he wasn't switched around. He wasn't given an opportunity to, go toe to toe with the other athletes. He was just put on the wing. They put one Andre on one wing, and they put another Andre on the other wing, and that was it. Okay, so I think he came in really good. He was looking really good, not as tight as he's been before. I don't think his physique has changed very much from just looking at him. I don't think he has changed very much from the Andre Ferguson that we know. I think to win this Olympia, he needs to come in a little bigger and more conditioned. Okay, that is the only way Andre might win. And another way Andre might win is if Brandon or Chiron or now Erin comes in not their best, because these guys are the new guys coming in every time, coming in with incredible physiques like Erin Banks, and I don't really know how Andre Ferguson is going to be able to win if there are new guys, because believe me, trust me, next year's Olympia, there's going to be guys who are going to come in, new guys like Erin Banks. They're going to come in just like Erin Banks and cause upsets. So I think Lucky Libra should really, really work on his physique, maybe more size, and come in extremely conditioned, because we don't want him to fall backwards next year. I don't know if he's going to compete next year, but we don't want him to go out of the top 10 because he's headed that way. So I wish Lucky Libra all the best. I hope he comes back really tight next year and hopefully a little bigger, and finally get to win the biggest award in men's physique, the Mr. Olympia men's physique. So let's move to classic physique. Chris Bumstead is going to be Mr. Olympia for a very long time. That is my observation. That is what I have to say. Because Brian Ansley, he came in really, really good. He was looking extremely conditioned. His his hamstrings were looking really shredded. He brought in the physique. He posed really well. But come on, look at this guy, Chris Bumstead, and that freaking striations on his legs is so freaky. Like when he flexes his legs, it is so freaky. It freaks me out. Okay, that shit freaks me out. Look at that. Okay, it freaks me out. I don't think he's going to be beaten next year. I don't think he's going to be beaten the next. It's going to take some kind of miracle, or I don't know, maybe he doesn't show up and then someone might be able to take the crown off him. But from what I'm seeing, Chris Bumstead is going to be Mr. Olympia for a very, very, very long time. Now let's move to men's open bodybuilding. Congratulations to Big Ramy and also Brandon Curry, but we're not going to talk about these two. We're going to talk about number 3 in the world, Hadi Choopan. Hadi Choopan is obviously a competition favorite. He was voted the people's champion. He brought in the tightest physique at the pre-judging. When you saw him, he was probably shredded than anybody on stage at the pre-judging. Okay, Friday night he was the sharpest. But I couldn't help but notice something. His shoulders. And I was not the only one who noticed it. Lee Haney, 8-time Mr. Olympia, and Sean Ray, who's been runner-up at the Mr. Olympia several times, had this to say.
It's still on him, It appears Brandon has got better. Hadi is, just as we said last night, he's nice and tight.
He brought the conditioning, but we also talked about off camera when it was over and looked back. Shoulders are a little bit funky. They look a little suspicious.
But guys, I know it's not just a big muscle contest.
So you heard what Sean Ray said, that his shoulders are suspicious. So I'm guessing synthol, okay? Synthol, we all know what synthol is. I'm not going to go into synthol. Do your own research, but they suspect Hadi Choopan might be using synthol to make his shoulders look bigger. I'm just going to leave it here. Tell me, what are some of the observations you made at the just ended Olympia? What do you think about the Olympia? Do you think Hadi Choopan put in some kind of synthol in his shoulders? Or are they just hating? Okay, just let me know in the comment below. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video. This is Man's Physique Update YouTube channel. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.